Released on the Sega Saturn on August 8, 1997, the game Koden Korei Jutsu Hyakumonogatari came with some interesting marketing. It was claimed that the game itself was cursed, and if you played it, horrifying things would happen to you in the real world. The only way around this was to hang up the charm included in the game to ward off the evil playing it would attract. But could such a thing really exist? Was the game really cursed? As you may be aware, I've been working through this game myself and translating the stories for this very channel. I'm about a third of the way through the game at this point, and whenever I start the game up, it always gives me the same warning that strange and scary things may happen unless I take precautions. Naturally, nothing strange has ever happened to me, but if you search the internet, you'll find all sorts of stories from people who claim that, yes, the game did curse them. First, let's take a look at some of the things that are supposed to happen. There are claims that you will hear rapping noises and lights will flicker while you are playing the game. You may also suffer from sleep paralysis at night, even when not playing the game. These things will be even worse if you don't hang the charm that comes with the game somewhere to protect yourself, and if you just happen to forget, strange supernatural phenomena will likely remind you. Then, once you get all the way to the end, and finish all 100 stories, well, the Korei Jutsu in the title refers to necromancy, so you can probably guess what will supposedly happen. Numerous stories have been posted online about the apparently strange things that have happened to people while or after playing this game. For example, one anonymous poster bought the game second-hand, only to discover that the charm was missing. Dismissing it because, well, it was second-hand, the man then finished all 100 stories, and as he was playing the bonus story, his phone suddenly rang. He nervously answered it to find out it was just his girlfriend. But as they were chatting, she suddenly asked him, "Is there someone there with you?" The man was alone, but apparently his girlfriend could hear another muffled voice in the room with him, and it sounded like a woman crying. Another person claimed that they played the game after a long, hard day and started to drift off while listening to one of the Inagawa Junji narrated stories. At some point, they suddenly heard a strange voice coming through their headphones, so thinking the story was finished, they sat up. But rather than the candles that appear on screen after a story ends, they saw an old person's face on their TV, missing the lower half of their face. The face convulsed, twitched and distorted. Then a creepy voice came through the headphones. "I've been watching you all this time. I've been watching you all this time." The person panicked and tried to turn the game off, but it wouldn't. A cacophony of sound effects from the game blared out of the headphones, and when they were finally able to get it to stop, they checked the game's memory card to find the name had changed from Hyakumonogatari to Gi 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 Gi. Yet another person claimed to have a nightmare after playing the game of being choked. However, when that person woke up from their dream, they discovered white hands above them, actually trying to choke them. These types of stories are a dime a dozen, and you can find all sorts of haunted claims from people who have played the game. But is it real? Well, of course not. I'm playing the game myself and nothing strange has happened. It made for great marketing when the game was released, however, and places like NeChannel do love sharing scary stories that no one can confirm nor deny. After all, the old Edo game of Hyakumonogatari was literally about inviting a spirit in once you finished 100 stories, so why wouldn't the same apply to a more modern equivalent? Either way, if you're feeling brave, you can still grab copies of the game from eBay or other such places, so if you really want to test it out for yourself, the technology is right there. But what do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.